host for the entire show today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, does anyone recognize this couch out of... Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Because this is literally the couch that broke the internet. It's Jeremy Allen White's Calvin Klein commercial shoot. This is the couch. Not like, oh, it's, you know, one like it. It's the couch. He stripped down to those tidy whities, and it has now been watched over 35 million times. And behold, where Mr. White
as a cushion
put his little tuchus.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, who better than Mr. Jamie Oliver to talk about a show about a young hot chef, hello, naked chef.
A few years ago.
I mean, and then, you know, you grew up in the family pub, which made extraordinary food, elevated, you know, that was sort of how you matriculated into figuring out who you wanted to be at a young age.
Yeah.
What do you think of the show, The Bear?
I think it's amazing. And I've seen the first couple of shows. Everyone's gone wild about it. I need to get into it. Sometimes when you're a chef and you watch shows about chefs, it's quite traumatic. It's a bit like going to work. It's a bit stressful.
And, like, is that portrayal of kitchen hectic, intense energy?
It definitely can be like that. But I think when you're trying to get your heart and soul on a plate and, like, it involves so many moves and choreography, it's like a show every day. Everything's kind of got to slot into the right place. Of course, you get lots of emotion. But, you know, most of us love it. And even though it's painful, it's a beautiful industry.
What happens... I'm just going to move you over here.
Just behind.
He is very lovely. So lovely. Everybody thinks it. Everybody loves you. Okay, how did the Naked Chef come about? Because that was so brilliant.
It's not quite as technical as that, but no, when they asked me to do a TV show, I wrote on a little kind of document, like, I just want to strip down restaurant food to its bare essentials. And a guy called Ben Adler, who was a developer, went, stripping, bare, naked. And then we basically did a whole show about stripping that down, and then everyone thought it was like a naked cooking show, so we had massive ratings. And then they were, like, mildly disappointed, and then we cracked on and somehow managed to sort of cut through the noise at the time, and, you know, that was 25 years ago, and here we are now.
It really did cut through the noise. Like...
Yeah, I think so. I got lucky. I wasn't even... The night I got discovered, I wasn't even supposed to be working.
What?
Someone called in sick, and I was actually at home with my missus, and we never really had time off together that much, and I was on a promise. So, like, it was going to be a great night. Everyone's going, what's a promise? It's like, you know what a promise is. And work phoned up and said, so-and-so's called in sick. You've got to cover it. It's a Saturday night. We're fully booked. So I went in, to my wife's disappointment, and that's when the crews were there. So it was definitely a sliding doors moment, and I've been riding that wave ever since.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of your wife, there is a story that I'm obsessed with. You cooked naked
Oh,
for
God,
her.
oh, that one. Okay, are you ready for this?
Yes!
Okay, so it was Valentine's Day.
Oh!
I just got I've been skint all my life, and I got a first decent paycheck, and I upgraded my kitchen. Had this lovely German oven, good technology, fan-assisted. Put a lovely whole sea bass in there, stuffed it with herbs, bit of white wine, bit of olive oil, that was good. Put Sade on, lit the candle, you know, made the room look nice, laid the table. Oh, yeah, I forgot the bit. I was naked. And I wanted to dress it up a little bit for various reasons. I put a bow around it. And so when... No, I was being creative. Don't judge me. I opened the oven, that blimmin' fan assistant, like a shot of steam went straight on my todger. No, girls, on it, well, boys, you wouldn't believe. Like, the size of a tennis ball. Unbelievable. I know, look at the faces in the room. And then I basically spent the whole night, which was going to be great, with frozen peas on the crutch. Just going, I'm so sorry, why did I do this? So, listen, that is a true story.
It's my favorite story.
No, but for the fellas, what was amazing is I've never had pain so bad in all my life. Never, ever cooked naked. That is a public service announcement.
From the Naked Chef, you heard it.
Don't do it.
Right now.
Ever. Not even for Valentine's Day.
All right, so you and your wife, like, have been together how many years now?
Like 30. So I met her, since I was 18.
Since you were 18.
Yeah, since I was 18. There you go.
Oh, my God.
There she is. 5 kids, it's pretty colourful. I was only in for 2, but she had other ideas, so it was, 5.
What? I know, and one of my favorite of your books together has you and your whole family on the cover. I have every single one of your books. And this 5-ingredient phenomenon that you've come up with, it's
This is 5 ingredients Mediterranean.
Exactly.
Like, if you've got no money in the Mediterranean, they eat well. And certainly in my country, if you've got no money and you can't cook, things get really dark, really bad. So I just see it as saving you money. I see it as making you have joyful times. I see it as helping you live longer, a more productive life.
I would love if we could run to the kitchen and cook